guys, and welcome back to Reading Club. So today I'm going to read you Daisy and the Trouble with Zoos, Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. Chapter 9. About the biggest thing you can fit in a zoo is an elephant. Then it's a rhinoceros. The trouble with rhinoceroses is they should go to the loo before the zoo opens. Gabby, Dylan, and me were looking down over the wall into the great big space where they lived when the rhino did the most ginormous, disgusting wee. It was so ginormous and so disgusting that we had to close our eyes. We closed our eyes and counted to 10, but when we opened them again, it was still doing it. Dylan reckoned it did enough wee to fill 2 paddling pools. I reckon rhinos should be banned if they're going to do things like that in front of children on their birthday. Mom said that when you're a rhino, you can just do what you want, when you want, because no one's going to stop you. The trouble with trying to stop a rhino is they're made out of concrete. If you try and stop a rhino doing a wee or anything, it'll run you over and squash you flat or bash you up into the air with its horn. Dylan said a rhino's horn isn't made out of concrete, it's made out of hair. Special hairy concrete type hair that you only get in Africa. Anyway, even if a rhino horn really is only made out of hair, it can still give you a really hard bash. The other trouble with white rhinos is they're not that white. The sign said it was a white rhino, but the one at our zoo was brown. Gabby said it wasn't brown, it was mud, and it was probably white underneath the brown mud. I said it should stop getting so muddy or everyone would think it was a liar. But Dylan said it needed the mud for camouflage. The trouble with camouflage is it makes things really hard to see. Apart from the Nile monitor lizard, I saw him straight away. Camouflage is like wearing special clothes that make you invisible. Lizards' camouflage is the color of leaves. Butterflies' camouflage is the color of flower petals. Zebra's camouflage is the color of stripy grass, and the Loch Ness Monster's camouflage is the color of Loch Ness. That's why no one's ever seen it, including deep sea divers. The worst kind of zoo camouflage is the flamingos. They're easy peasy to see because flamingos aren't the same color as anything. They're just pink, bright pink too. And they stand on one leg. The trouble with standing on one leg when you're pink is it makes you look like a stick of candy floss. Dylan said if animals don't taste nice, sometimes they have really bright colors on them to warn other animals not to bite them. I said that if I was going to warn an animal not to bite me, I'd make myself look like a pea, not something as yummy as candy floss. Then Mom said we should all try standing on one leg too. Dylan did it for the longest, then me, then Gabby. Except Gabby said I pushed her, but I didn't. I just sort of fell on her, but I couldn't help it. Mom read the sign on the flamingo fence and told us that a flamingo can stand on one leg for up to 4 hours without putting its foot down, or even wobbling. Trouble is, we didn't really have long enough to see if it was true, because straight after the flamingos, it was time for my birthday zoo lunch. Chapter 10. I love birthday zoo lunches. Last year, I had a birthday wacky play park lunch, but birthday zoo lunches are even better. After we had found a bench to sit on that was sort of out of the wind, Mom took our birthday zoo sandwiches out of her bag. Most of the time in my sandwiches, I only get to have cheese or jam. But when it's my birthday, my mom lets me have whatever I want. Within reason, because birthday sandwiches are really special. Dylan said he had Bully Bear in his sandwiches at school. But he'd never had it with hundreds and thousands on. Gabby said Bully Bear with hundreds and thousands and tasted really thousands on tasted really nice, and she was going to try hundreds and thousands with cheese spread when she got home. The trouble with trying hundreds and thousands with cheese spread is you'd better ask your mom first. Because it needs to be your birthday, really. Otherwise, your mom will probably say, no, you can't have hundreds and thousands on your cheese spread. Are you mad? Put the hundreds and thousands back in the cupboard right now. I was nearly going to have special birthday mini sausages dipped in chocolate spread too. But I tried them at home, and they weren't very nice, so I didn't. Gabby said she was glad she didn't have to try sausages and chocolate spread, and that sometimes things are nicer when they're just ordinary. That's why we had ordinary sausages and cheesy puffs, not dipped in anything. And we had chicken satay sticks, and we had lemonade, which is my favorite not allowed drink. While we were sitting on the bench eating our lunch, loads of birds started coming all around us. There were sparrows that had escaped out of their cages, plus about 7 pigeons, 3 ducks, and a yellow tit. Except Mom said it was a green finch. Except it didn't look very green to me. Dylan said that in the winter, birds find it really hard to find food. That's why people hang peanuts up in their gardens. Gabby said the birds had definitely smelled our Billy Bear with hundreds and thousands on, and we had better eat our sandwiches fast. The trouble with eating your sandwiches fast is if you're not careful, you might choke. I was really careful because I didn't want to drop any of my hundreds and thousands, but Gabby wasn't careful at all. So she ended up choking all over the place and scaring the birds. And she had to borrow some of my lemonade to wash her sandwich down, which wasn't fair because she'd already had her own lemonade. Plus, I like lemonade more than she does. And it was my birthday, not hers, which means I should have got the most lemonade out of everyone. But I didn't, because of Gabby's chokes. Which isn't fair, but it ended up alright because Mom said I could have some more lemonade when we got home. After Gabby had stopped choking, we had chocolate mini rolls. The trouble with chocolate mini rolls is they're not as big as a proper birthday cake. They do taste really nice though. Mom said Nanny and Grampy were coming to see me when we got back from the zoo, and Nanny was going to bring a special zoo birthday cake that she had baked all by herself with an apron and everything. Gabby said it was probably a good idea to have my big cake later because if elephants sniffed a big cake, it would make them stampede all over us. Stampedes are when loads of animals break out of their cages and run at you to get your cake. Dylan said he saw a stampede of cows in a film once, and they ran over everything, including bushes, fences, and a river. Plus, they flattened a cowboy. He was probably the one holding the cake. I wonder if it was his birthday too. Well, that's the end of this channel. I hope you enjoyed my readings of it. If you did, please click many likes and subscribe Reading Club. I'll come back later with a new and improved channel. Bye, everybody!